Hello everyone. Today we are starting third very important lesson in biology, that is conservation of plants and animals. Students, already we completed two very important lessons. Today we are starting third lesson, that is conservation of plants and also animals. Students, different types of plants are there, different types of animals also there. So usually that different types of species of plants and also different types of species of animals usually present in the particular forest. So that forest, what is forest? That forest that contains, that is area with many the different types of species of plants and also different types of species of animals are there actually. So nowadays, the particular forest, so that decreasing because of many human activities. Because of many human activities, nowadays deforestation takes place. You have to conserve the particular both plants and also animal. You have to conserve the particular forest for future generation, and also balancing of the particular nature. You have to conserve the particular forest or plants and also that animals. Otherwise, we will get many problems from that. So what is the meaning of conservation like that? Conservation means that is saving of the particular plants and also animals. You have to conserve the particular plants and animals for us and also for future generation. Otherwise, we will get many problems from that. So, how to conserve the particular plants and also animals? Why we have to conserve the particular plants and also animals? How actually that deforestation takes place? What is national park? Wildlife sanctuaries are they? You have to know one by one. So other informations are also there in this lesson. That is what we called as conservation of plants and also animal. So, students, first you have to know about deforestation. What is deforestation? So, already told you that forest, that is area with different types of plants and also animals are there. Because of many human activities, that forest area is converted into that cultivation land or other purposes because of many human activities. So the process of clearing of forest and using the particular land for other purposes. That is what we called as deforestation. Usually the deforestation takes place by human activities only. So you have to clearing or cut down of the particular forest or trees in the particular forest. Finally, we convert that forest land into other purposes. That process, that is what we called as deforestation. So next, coming to what are the main causes for deforestation, like that causes for deforestation, how actually that deforestation takes place. Usually, so many human activities like so procuring land for cultivation. We convert that forest land into cultivation land for agricultural purposes. We are cutting down the particular trees present in the particular forest. Finally, deforestation takes place. So that agricultural land usually nowadays coming from the particular forest land only. We are cutting down the particular trees present in that forest. Finally, so that land, that forest land is converted into agricultural land for that growing different crops, and also that is very much necessary also because of that population increasing of that population. So finally that need for that food also increases. Because of that reason, we are cutting down the particular trees. Finally, we convert that forest land into agricultural land for that growing of different crops. Similarly, one more cause is the building houses and also factories. So we are building that houses and also factories that for that usually that all factories or industries that need very important raw materials. Usually that raw materials present in the particular forest area only. So that particular factories or industries will build in nearby the particular forest, and also that wants that some area of that forest, so cutting down of the particular forest finally, so that human being using the particular forest land for building up the particular industries or factories and also houses like that. Similarly, one more cause is they using wood as a fuel or making furnitures. So usually students, we are using wood for as a fuel. So we are using the particular wood for many purposes as a fuel because we will get energy from that, and also we are using that wood for making many furnitures like the table, desk, or that cupboards and all. That this particular type of furnitures, cupboards, desk and all, so that need the particular wood. Usually that wood coming from the particular tree only. So we cutting down the particular trees present in that forest. Finally, we are using that wood for making the particular furnitures or other purposes like that. And also the natural causes of deforestation. Natural causes of deforestation are forest fires. Usually forest nowadays, large amount of forest fire takes place in around the particular world. Finally, so that is converted into, that is drought land like that. Forest fire that spoil so thousands of hectares of that forest. Finally, so that land becomes drought. So student, this is about deforestation. What is deforestation? So that is a process of clearing of forest and using the land for other purposes. That is what we call as deforestation. What are the main causes for deforestation? Procuring land for cultivation, building houses and factories, using wood as a fuel or making furnitures, etc. The natural causes of deforestation are forest fire and also drought. So next, coming to students, consequences of deforestation. After deforestation, what happened to this particular biosphere or earth like that? Consequences of deforestation. So many of consequences are there. So because of the deforestation, that increases the temperature and population level on the earth. So there is no trees or forest directly affect on the particular nature. Finally, that increases the temperature of that earth, and also pollution level also increases in the particular biosphere or earth. So increasing of that pollution like that air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, many other pollutions, finally that spoil the healthy nature of that particular earth, and also that increasing of what temperature. Similarly, because of the deforestation, that increases in the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Usually, that plants that utilizing that carbon dioxide present in that environment for their photosynthesis. So there is no plants or trees, carbon dioxide remain in the particular environment. Finally, that increases there the amount of that carbon dioxide. So finally, so that leading to global warming. So what is global warming? That is increasing of that temperature of that earth like that. Similarly, one more consequences there. So because of that deforestation, lowering of groundwater level. So that there is no trees or plants, or that there is no forest, finally affect on that groundwater level, because that forest mainly affect on that nature, particularly in rainfall. So and also that plants or trees indirectly increasing of that groundwater level. So there is no forest, finally lowering of groundwater level. Similarly, so because of the deforestation, that disturbs the balance in nature, that disturbs balance in nature. Similarly, decrease in rainfall, forest that decides that rainfall. So there is no forest, so that disturb that nature, mainly effect on the rainfall leading to drought. So the finally we will get drought, so we will not get here, proper food, and also we will get many other problems also. So because of the deforestation, soil erosion takes place, and in decreasing a decrease in that soil fertility, leading to desertification. So desertification means that there is no that fertile land on the earth, so that is what we called as desertification. Finally that land becomes barren. So what is soil erosion? Soil erosion is nothing but that is a process of washing away of the particular uppermost layer of that soil because of that wind and water. So that is what we called as soil erosion. Why that soil erosion takes place? So because of the deforestation, usually that tree or plants that that hold that soil present in that earth, so there is no forest finally, so that soil becomes loose. Finally erosion takes place because of that wind and also water. So there is no uppermost layer of that soil. So usually that soil that contains that fertility, or that some other useful things are they, minerals are they. So because of that soil erosion, all minerals present in that soil lost. So finally, so fertility of the soil also decreases, finally that leading to desertification. Similarly, decrease in the water holding capacity because of that soil erosion, because of the deforestation. So that soil becomes loose, and also decrease in the water holding capacity of soil, leading to floods. There is no absorbance of that soil, that water from the soil. Finally, floods takes place. These are all some basic consequences of deforestation. Next, coming to conservation of forest and wildlife. Conservation of forest and wildlife. Conservation of the forest, that is very important, and also wildlife also very important. Students, usually forest and wildlife can be conserved by setting up areas like biosphere reserves, wildlife sanctuaries, national parks, some other things like that. How actually conservation of forest and wildlife takes place? You have to encourages or build up so that biosphere reservoirs, like that wildlife sanctuaries, national parks, some other things like that. So you have to know one by one. So biosphere reserves. What is the meaning of that biosphere reserves like that? So biosphere. So biosphere is nothing but that is earth. So what's the parts of that earth? There are mainly three parts are they. So that is hydrosphere, geosphere, and also one more, that is one more sphere also they. So that there are three very important parts like hydrosphere, lithosphere, and also atmosphere, together called them as biosphere. You have to conserve the particular biosphere that includes that three spheres like atmosphere, hydrosphere, and also lithosphere. Usually the biosphere reserves are the large areas of protected land. Biosphere reserves means large areas of protected land for conservation of biodiversity and the traditional life of the tribals living there. Usually the tribals present only in the particular forest, and also you have to conserve the particular biodiversity by building up the particular biosphere reservoirs actually. So that what is that biodiversity like that? So biodiversity is nothing but that includes plants, different types of plants, different types of animals, and also microorganisms present in the particular area. So that is what we called as biodiversity. So this is about biosphere reserves, that is large area of protected land for conservation of biodiversity. Similarly, one more method for the conservation of forest and wildlife is that is national parks. So students, you have to, that in India many national parks are there. In Karnataka also that contains national parks. What are national parks like that? So national parks are the areas reserved for wildlife where they can freely use the habitats and natural resources. So the thousands of hectares of forest land is there, and also that includes that different types of plants, different types of species of animals are there, different types of species of plants also there. So and also the freely that preserve the both no one will go to the particular national parks, that is highly protected area for conservation of forest and also wildlife. Example for national park, anybody? So that many national parks are the very important example. So that is that Bandipur National Park. Similarly, one more method, that is wildlife sanctuaries. Many of wildlife sanctuaries are there. So, what are wildlife sanctuaries? Like the wildlife sanctuaries are the areas where animals are protected. Usually, that wildlife sanctuaries, that is, they are the areas for conserving animals from any disturbance to them or their habitation or habitat. So these are the methods of conservation of forest and also wildlife. They are biosphere reserves, national parks, and also wildlife sanctuaries. Next, coming to the few more information about that biosphere reserves. Already told you, biosphere reserves are the large areas of protected land for conservation of biodiversity and the traditional life of the tribals living there. So already told the definition for that biodiversity. Also, what is biodiversity? So biodiversity is the variety of plants that contains variety of plants, animals, and also microorganisms found in the particular area. So that is what we called as biodiversity. Very important biodiversity is that one area is there. So that is Pachmari. So Pachmari Biosphere Reserve. So that is Pachmari Biosphere Reserve, usually present in that Madhya Pradesh, and also commonly called as Queen of Satpur or Satpur ki Rani. So that is commonly called as that Pachmari, present in that Madhya Pradesh. And also the Pachmari Biosphere Reserve consists of a national park, so that is called as Satpura. Satpura, that is national park present in that area, that is Pachmari, and also that contains two wildlife sanctuaries called Bori and Pachmari, like that. So Pachmari and Bori are the sanctuaries present in that Pachmari Biosphere Reserve, present in that Madhya Pradesh. And already told you, Satpura is a national park present in that Madhya Pradesh, and particularly in Pachmari Biosphere Reserve. Already told you, Pachmari commonly called as Satpur ki Rani or Queen of Satpura. Next, coming to flora and fauna. What is the difference between flora and fauna? So flora means they are the plants found in the particular area. Found in that particular area. So plants are commonly called as flora. So fauna means animals found in that particular area, like that. Example for the flora of Pachmari. So Pachmari is a land or that biosphere reserve. That flora of Pachmari consists of, usually that Pachmari that consists of many plants are there, like sal is there, teak is there, sal, teak, wild mango is there, uh, jamun, silver ferns, so some other plants are also there. Similarly, fauna also there. So fauna means that is animals. So that fauna found in that Pachmari consists of wild dog. So wild dog, this is wild dog, cheetal is there, and also wolf is there, leopard is there, blue bull is there, barking deer is there, some other animals also there, mainly present in that Pachmari of that Madhya Pradesh. So next, coming to another very important point about this, about endemic species. So endangered species is there, endemic species also there. So what is the basic difference between endemic and endangered species? First you have to know about endemic species, later you have to know about so that endangered species. Endemic species is nothing but some of the species are there, so that includes both plants and also animal species found only in that particular area. The species of the plants and also animals present only in that particular area. In other area there is no that type of species of plants and animals, so that species of plants and animals found only in a particular area and not found in anywhere else. So that type of species are commonly called as endemic species. Example for endemic species that includes both plants and animals. Plants like sal. So this is the picture of that sal tree. Wild mango. This is wild mango. Are the endemic flora of Pachmari. Pachmari, that is biosphere reserve, or that land present in that Madhya Pradesh and also commonly called as Satpur ki Rani or Queen of Satpur. And also some of the animals also, the endemic species of animals also they, like bison, Indian gate, bison, Indian gate squirrel, flying squirrel. These are the flying squirrel are the endemic animals or fauna of this area. Which area? That is Pachmari. So these are all some information about endemic species. What is endemic species? So species present only in the particular area and also not found in anywhere else. So but species that includes both plants and also animals who present only in that particular area, not present in other areas, like that. That type of species are commonly called as endemic species. Students, next class you have to know about endangered species with examples. Students, today we got about deforestation, consequences of deforestation, conservation of forest and wildlife, biosphere reserves, endemic species with examples. Students, I will give you two homework questions for you. First one, what is desertification? What is desertification? You have to write the definition for that, and also you have to list out any five endemic species. You have to list out, you have to write a name of that endemic species. Any five endemic species you have to write in your homework classwork. So students, continue in the next class. Thank you so much.